Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First and 10, Brissett. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Brissett. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. This is first and goal from about the 8.
Flag round!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Flag round! Let's go! White, 90!
They'll try to pound it in with Gallman, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nifty move. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing, Hundley. That's complete to John Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now Hundley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's letting this one go for 4. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The Texans were penalized 124 times last year, 3rd most in the NFL, and now they come up 1st and 15. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyus Bowser, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
They'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
A first down throw for Brissett. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that time to start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the...
And got his man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Play action now. Brissett. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Adrian Claiborne able to get in there and drop him behind the line. On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Flex round. Ohio, Ohio. Ohio, Ohio. Ohio, Ohio. Hut.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Ohio, Ohio.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyus Bowser. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ohio, Ohio. Ohio, Ohio. Ohio, Ohio. Hut.
Back to throw here. It's complete to Grant. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Ohio, Ohio. Hut.
He'll look to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Nothing open. Downfield, he keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
We're set on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's brought down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Hundley now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Deron Harmon. He was looking for a Nunwa there. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been in practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down throw for Brissett. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And this one is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Ross on the return. Gets past one man. Oh, look at the juke. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Back to throw now on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing, Hundley. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he comes back with one complete. So we have reached halftime here with a visiting Cow. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Whether slinging it And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Now Hundley. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on!
Now a play fake here on first down. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they'll run it here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
What part do they run empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
First down, Brissett. Throw inside, complete. That's James. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Brissett now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Stepping up. He's going to... Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down, Brissett. Incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And the kick by Butker is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now out comes Houston. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
On 2nd down, Brissett again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Brissett to throw on first. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jordan Phillips forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They go play action with Brissett. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards.
Well, simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Chubb. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll give it to him up the middle, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
This is taken at his 4. And now running right through it. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Throwing, Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Texans scoop it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. As we come up here on 1st and 10.
Ohio!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Flex round. Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
To throw, Brissett. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, here's Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ha-ha! Ha-ha!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And Davis has it over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Flex round! Flex round!
A 1st down throw for Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Open space inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Brissett. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And some room to work.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were tight.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Here's Breida, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run again with Breida, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now it's Breida. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now here's Ross. He won't go down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. And here comes the Texans now. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Dallas, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.